The Bladedancer, bringing the knife to the gunfight. The Bladedancer is an aggressive arc subclass for the Hunter class. Being one of the only two subclasses in Destiny to have Blink, it is best played right in your enemy's face. Its super, Arc Blade, is a Slayer style super similar to the Golden Gun, however you become even more maneuverable with the devastating melee attack, great for ripping apart the entire team. So let's talk grenades. The Flux Grenade is the Arc Sticky Grenade. Attached to an enemy it will kill them in one shot, but it has a very small blast radius. A good take if you are skilled at continually landing them on your target. The Arc Bolt Grenade is the best grenade for Bladedancers. With a large range and able to hit enemies around corners, it can be used both before a firefight to weaken the enemy and after to finish them off. The bolt will also chain to enemies, allowing for the grenade to deal a lot of damage. The final grenade, the Skip Grenade, is easily the worst grenade, dealing a very mediocre amount of damage, with individual projectiles easily missing. The Arc Bolt Grenade is better in almost every way. In terms of jumps, Blink is what you should take for PvP. It allows for very aggressive play, but also provides great defensive abilities when confronting those with rockets or supers. The Blink also complements your super, making it much easier to get into melee range. Blink can be difficult to use, however, and can be disorientating to those new to use it. Practicing in PvE, or whilst using Arc Blade as your camera is in third person, can help you master the strong ability. Arc Blade is your super, foregoing your ranged weapons for a knife that will kill guardians in one hit. Arc Blade is your method for killing lots of enemies. Arc Blade does give you 50% damage reduction, allowing you to survive roughly twice as long, but be careful against other supers that can shut you down, as well as shotguns and multiple enemies as they can quickly ruin your super. The three perk options are Showstopper, Razor's Edge, and Vanish, giving you an alternate abilities on your R2 or R2 buttons. Remember that you can only use these abilities when you're on the ground and not travelling in the air. Showstopper deals damage to nearby enemies around you. However, in most cases you're better off using your knife since the range for both is similar. In most cases it is best to avoid this perk for PvP. Razor's Edge allows you to unleash a wave that travels along the ground. This perk gives you some range in case you find yourself not quite making it into melee range. This ability will travel through defender bubbles as well as allowing for quick kills if enemies are in a line. Vanish causes you to become invisible, making you harder to spot as well as making you show up on the radar every 5 seconds. This can be useful in flanking and surprising enemies before they have a chance to react to your super. The Bladedancer's melee is Blink Strike, turning your melee hit into a small ranged attack. The range is about half the range of Blink and is useful for following up shotgun or fusion rifle hits. It has 3 modifiers: Backstab, Escape Artist, and Fast Twitch. Backstab adds damage to Blink Strike if the attack originates from the enemy's back arc. However, it is currently bug proccing sometimes if you attack their front. It will cause a one-hit kill, so it can be effective at killing enemies. Escape Artist adds invisibility to your Blink Strike for a short duration. In most cases when you melee someone, you won't need the invisibility as you'll either be dead or they will be. Take if you want an invisible focus build. Fast Twitch reduces the cooldown of Blink Strike dramatically, allowing for a strengthless Bladedancer build. Useful if you use your Blink Strike a lot. In my opinion, the better choice for 6v6 Crucible, especially if you ever fix the bug on Backstab. The first set of perks available to Bladedancers are Fleet-Footed, Quick Draw, and Shadowjack. Fleet-Footed causes you to run and slide faster and gives you bonus agility. The extra slide distance is good, but can be rolled on a weapon. Quick Draw causes weapons to ready immediately, and scope and times are shortened. One of the best perks in the game, especially for a class with Blink, as it allows for minimal weapon switch times, and more often than not will cause you to get the first shot on enemies. Shadowjack will increase the time that you go invisible, a must for invis builds, but useless otherwise. The final set of perks are Encore, Stalker, and Hungering Blade. Encore simply extends Arc Blade's duration after you get a kill. This would be a must take if it weren't for Hungering Blade in the same column, which easily overshadows it. Stalker allows you to go invisible after crouching in place for a short period of time, and again it is beneficial for invis builds. Hungering Blade causes your health to regen after getting a kill with Arc Blade or Blink Strike. This perk allows for Bladedancer using an Arc Blade to be able to survive encounters with multiple enemies. Although it sounds underwhelming, Hungering Blade allows for much higher survivability both during Arc Blade and after Blink Striking. Now let's go through the exotic armor pieces for Bladedancers. Mask of the Third Man has 2 beneficial perks. It increases your melee attack speed and allows your Arc Blade to last longer. With full intellect, it is a staple helm that can fit any Bladedancer build. Knucklehead Radar is again a situational exotic. With full strength, it loses a lot of its power unless you're running Backstab or Escape Artist. However, as Bladedancer's more aggressive subclass, it can be useful if you're running guns without Third Eye. Don't Touch Me Gauntlets face the problem that if you're in melee range, you're going to die more often than not. Very situational, though the full discipline is good. Capri's Sting is valuable for blade dancers that want Stalker without giving up Hungering Blade. Also, while invisible, melee attacks will have a dot effect and gain the backstab effect. Very effective for an invisible build. The Crest of Alphi Lupi is situational and should only be used if you want faster revive times and or more orb generation. Best kept to Trials and Skirmish. Lucky Raspberry is one of the best Blade Dancer exotics. Respawning with grenade or energy is always good, and it increases the range and chain amount of the Arcbot grenade, which is already a powerful grenade. With full intellect and heavy ammo, it is a strong choice for any build. Radiant Dance Machines fare a bit better for Blade Dancers which want to play a more aggressive role, as they can help you get close to your enemy that little bit faster whilst aiming. Otherwise, they still have a weak exotic effect and full strength. The Bones of AO aren't that useful for Blade Dancers, considering it doesn't add an extra charge to Blink, which you should be using. However, if Blink is nerfed, then these can see more use for traversing the map quickly. My standard build for Blade Dancers is as follows. I use Blink, Arcbot Grenade, and Fast Twitch. With Fast Twitch, I can focus on getting max intelligence and discipline, and I spec into full armor and recovery, as hunters already have a good amount of base agility. I choose Razor's Edge, as I feel it's the best option against shotgun users and bubbles, and perk-wise I choose Quick Draw for its dueling ability, and Hungering Blade so that my Arc Blade can go on a continued rampage.